You know, I would really love to be one of these uber rich, fancy, stylish cars from Cars 2. I mean, they're just chilling on these yachts in the ocean, watching the World Grand Prix race, drinking Topo Chicos and Trulies. They're just having a grand old time. Kimberly Rims over here has this fancy hat with a feather. This car has got some flowery hat. I don't know what's going on. This guy's got futuristic sunglasses. This guy just is hiding behind his own windshield. I don't know. Super weird, super wild stuff going on with these exotic cars. And unfortunately, 3 of them here, these 3 on the right, got canceled. Unreleased characters from 2017. Mattel was like, yeah, let's go 2017. We're going to release all these cars before Cars 3 comes out. It's going to be the best spring ever. And they're like, oh, shoot. Yeah, we don't got time for that. And they just lopped off a ton of characters for that short little main line that ended up being way shorter than they intended it to be. And today we will be focusing on Arik Wheelie, this red Jaguar E-Type. A super easy car for them to make actually because they've already done 3 Jaguar E-Types, which I will show you guys and compare to later. There's the 3rd one. Now, none of them have been made in Thailand yet, so that might be a little kink in the plans. Over here, you have Kathy Ring Manifold and Seth Freewheel. These guys were going to be in a 2-pack. They appear right next to each other in the movie. I already reviewed them for a Canceled Car Tuesday. I'll leave that link in the description below and card session pop-up in the top right-hand corner. And yeah, obviously, this is Canceled Car Tuesday, even though I hope you watch on any other day as well. There has not been an episode of this series for a long time. The last one was the Gasprin Semi-Cab. So yeah, I intend to have the series be like an ongoing thing for perpetuity. Just, you know, whenever I get around to it, whenever I feel like it. And Arik Wheelie is kind of one of those cars that I haven't shown on my channel really at all. He's kind of leaving a gaping hole in the Canceled Car Tuesday vibe. So we're just going to dive right in. I will show his appearance there in Cars 2. He's exactly how I described it, in the ocean on a yacht watching the World Grand Prix race. And he even has a drink right next to him. At least that's what it looks like. It's actually pretty cool. If you look in this scene, there's a red Bentley, just like Prince William's model, and he's got the exact same type of sunglasses that Seth Freewheel has. So, you know, if you get your hands on an extra canceled prototype Seth Freewheel, you could rip off his glasses and you could get a Prince William, which goes for about $50 nowadays. So you're probably at a couple $1,000s at this point. And then you have a customizer paint that Prince William red and have him apply the sunglasses. And then bam, you have that new character, and you also have a Seth Freewheel without sunglasses. Aren't I just a genius? Now, I do want to point out that this is more of a prototype than these 2 over here. Like, these 2 are completely done. If Mattel released them, if they made it out of the factory alive, they would have looked exactly like this. Arik, on the other hand, no, there is his prototype stock image. I guess it's more of a stock image than a prototype image. And you can see the difference being the sunglasses. Mine here are incomplete. They're not painted. They're just completely transparent plastic all around, and they should be black sunglasses, you know? I mean, you could pretend these are his, like, reading glasses back at home, but of course he should have those sunglasses. So I did want to point that out. There are, you know, ones of those floating around. I've never been able to get my hands on them, unfortunately, but maybe in the future. I'd really love to get that, to be quite frank with you. And yeah, a lot of people do ask me, how do you get these canceled, unreleased cars, prototypes, whatever? And 2 answers: eBay, super simple, you know, you have access to eBay, and just simply knowing the right people at the right times, selling cars, selling their collection, and you just gotta, you know, make the right offer. Make them an offer they can't refuse. All right, so we're just going to dive right on in here. He's got a gigantic smile, which honestly, I'm going to be completely honest with you, I had no idea he had that. Not the slightest clue that he had that big of a smile until this very moment. It's just like so hidden under there. And it is on a plastic mouthplate here. You can see the crack in between the plastic mouthplate and the main metal body. The shades of red are a little different as well, which kind of stinks, but it's kind of how it goes with mouthplates. This is most definitely a Jaguar E-Type, although I'd say it's a little flatter. It's more of a pancaked version of it, but definitely supposed to be that from real life. I love the rims there. The spokes are very intricate. You got the nice taillights there. Mine's got a little chip. Some vents here on the hood. And of course the sunglasses, which are really cool. Again, obviously not painted, but you could see how they would attach to the body there. He's got a nice expression as well, like in the eyes. Obviously, I love the big smile, but the eyes are pretty good as well, although they are pretty much identical to Jumpstart Jaguar here, one of the other Jaguar E-types. Like the eyelids are in the same position, and they both have blue eyes. I would just say that Arik's eyes sparkle a little bit more, and they're closer together. By the way, we know his name is Arik Wheelie because there was several Walmart listings for these canceled characters in 2017, whether it be, Shoot Todoroki with Flames, Kevin O'Braken, who's another car I reviewed for Canceled Car Tuesday a while back, that orange reporter with the microphone, and even Kathy Ringmanifold and Seth Freewheel. However, those did not have an image. Like, there are no stock images of them. So we only know that they're Kathy and Seth. Well, actually, we don't. To be completely frank with you, we don't know for sure that these are Kathy and Seth. But process of elimination, the only canceled prototypes that we have and the only names not attached to any images are those. So you just kind of made that assumption. And it's like the perfect 2-pack. Would have been a really nice one, 2 new cars. Now, I really hate how they do these Jaguar E-types in, the Mattel. Well, at least from China, they did them like this. So not only do you have this plastic mouth plate here, but you also have a plastic, half of the freaking car, This entire, sideboard here is plastic. Completely a different piece from the main metal body, and therefore it is a darker shade of red, so that kind of stinks. Here's the base, by the way, so no date stamp, but still a lot of information because it was very close to being released. I like the black trim around the windows and the screen front. Oh my god. Windshield, there it is. The Jaguar text on the back here in silver, which looks really good. Unfortunately, we got a chip on the back here as well. A couple, but again, adds character. Love the European license plate style, CR321UR. So I'm going to headcanon this as 2 brothers, 2 sisters, or maybe husband and wife, their anniversary or their birthday, maybe they're twins, if they're siblings, is March 21st. Totally would make sense, right? I'm saying that they're in the same family because both of the initials end in R. But there's not many U names. You know what? Maybe because of the fact there aren't many U names, if I scroll through all the credits for Cars 2 or something, it would be easier to find. Because I doubt there's many people with the initials UR. So that'd be pretty cool. There's also a little LT right there. Don't know what that means. Now let's take a guess. I don't know. I truly don't know the answer to this, but do any of the 3 other Jaguar E-type characters have the same license plate? Okay, so David Hobscap, no. I'm going to go with no. I really don't think they would have botched that. Jumpstart Jaguar, they got pretty good with this stuff in Cars 2, the post-Cars 1 era. They were horrible. 2008 to 2010, oh my god, so many cars had the same license plate, but they certainly, especially now, they're really good about that, because still, in the Cars 2 phase, a lot of cars had the fishbowl license plate, even if they weren't a lemon, and I mean, even if they were a lemon, that's Acer's, that should be Acer's license plate and none other than Acer's license plate. Anyway, you got the nice silver door handles there, and I do want to point out that you can see the taillights here being in silver. That is the case with David Hobscap, they are just painted silver, and that's called a day. But on Jumpstart Jaguar, they actually have paint decals detailing there in red. So who knows if they would have added that to Arik. It's really a toss-up because Victor Pavillon here and David Hobscap are just like Arik's here, whereas Jumpstart Jaguar had the additional detailing. Now, I would lean toward Arik having the additional detailing because Jumpstart Jaguar was the most recent Jaguar E-Type they released. David Hobscap was 2012 in a 7-pack here. They, of course, did multiple times during the years David Hobscap with headset. And I assume, this is like one of the silliest releases ever. I mean, I get it. It's cool. I like it. The regular David Hobscap is much rarer than David Hobscap with headset. But either way, they're pretty much identical except for the headset. Even their expressions are almost the same. So that's kind of like how I see it. And then Victor Pavillon was 2013. Jumpstart Jaguar was 2015. This guy would have been 2017. So yeah, they kind of had a consistent little stream of Jaguars coming out during this time. So let's just kind of compare them all here. I'm going to discard the one with the headset. We're just going to use this normal one here. Again, exclusive in a Target 7-pack, and it has stayed exclusive to that pack forever until this date. As far as it goes, as far as the timeline of Earth goes, David Hobscap regular is exclusive to that set. Now, I definitely really understand people's complaints with these exclusives because of the fact that, well, some of them stay exclusive and some of them don't. So the inconsistency can be really, really confusing. And by the way, one interesting detail is here that the grill is black with the silver on the top, whereas David's is just green with silver on top. Their headlights are pretty similar. All of them are going to have the same rims. Now, David's the only one that has silver detailing and trim around the windows and windscreen, though. Windshield, Jesus, in the morning. David's Jaguar text is way smaller than Arik's. Something interesting to note. Let's not try and bang them together, though. See when this guy was made. I'm going to guess, oh my God, I love doing this. This is so fun for me. I'm going to guess that David's date stamp is 121-2 EA. So the 121st day of, of 2012 at the EA factory. 121-2 EA. Oh, that is pretty amazingly close, not going to lie. 144-2, so I was about 23 days off. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but that was pretty impressive. Let's see if I could do that again with Victor Pavillon here. So yeah, I like this guy a lot. I'm not a big fan of like the yellow creamy color. It's certainly unique. There's not many cars like it, but I like the fact that he's got a unique expression. In the eyes, at least. David, by the way, has this like little tongue mouth here going on. Victor just has a subtle smile. And so does Jumpstart, but Jumpstart has a different eye expression. So this is where we start with the black detailing in the grille, around the windows, and the windshield as well. Can't believe literally all of them are made, with this mouth plate and like plastic halvesy thing going on the sides there as well. I do not like that. Arik's Jaguar text is also much bigger than Victor's. I'm going to guess for Victor, this guy I think debuted in Case H with Francesca and Snot Rod with Flames. I can't believe my memory is so good. Case H, yes, I unboxed that at Toys R Us. An employee got mad at me actually for doing that. And I was like, I would have put it back on. I was going to peg them all on the shelf. My 12-year-old self. I think his date stamp is going to be 0853 EA. 0853 EA. I was way off on that. 1763 EAA. So about 90 days off. Not too bad. Not too bad. And lastly, we have Jumpstart Jaguar. He was in Case B of 2015, along with Determined Lightning McQueen. Those are the only two new releases for the case. Case A of 2015 didn't have any new releases in it, although Kit Revster was a big deal because he had only been previously released in a 7-pack exclusive to Target. So again, you have the black detailing here And yet again, his Jaguar text is the small size. So I don't know what compelled them to make the Jaguar text bigger for Arik, but they just did. They just were like, yeah, let's do that. Let's make that shit bigger. Oh, I ruined the game for myself. I should have probably guessed something like that because I knew he was in case B. But yeah, I just ruined the game for myself. 3424 EAA. Alright, so now comes the fun part of the video where I show like every car imaginable that has sunglasses or eyeglasses or something of the along those lines. Obviously, Corinne Cavi here has a pair of sunglasses up on her roof. Corinne Cavi. Sometimes they say Corinne Cavi. I think it's Corinne Cavi. And not gonna lie, Corinne Cavi and Kimberly Rims here, they were from a 2014 2-pack. Some of the most forlorn releases ever as well. I mean, honestly, I should include them in forlorn favorites one of these days. Obviously, Fabrizio has basically a windshield sunglass set. Sunglasses as his windshield, essentially. I wonder if it's like those transitional lenses that, you know, when you go inside, like they clear up, and when you go outside, they darken. It's definitely possible. Seth Freewheel has these futuristic glasses. Honestly, really cool. I'm glad that they diversified the sunglass selection in Cars 2 instead of everybody just having the same. I mean, look, we have like 3 pairs here. This, and Corinne's. Fabrizio's is another one if you count that. Now, Dorado here probably has the most similar glasses to Arik. And yeah, actually, they are super similar. And they should be black framed and black legged. Of course, this is just the prototype version. And then the lenses would be darker as well. There you have that. Now, it's so funny to me that like almost and pretty much every character that has eyeglasses, sunglasses, whatever it may be, is from Cars 2. It just kind of goes to show that Cars 2 ain't so bad. You know, like maybe the story is a little bit wonky. Maybe it's a complete divergence from what Cars truly is, but it provided a ton of amazing diecasts for us collectors and fans. And most importantly, I mean, you could say that about all the things, you know. Cars 3 provided a lot of diecasts for us, and yet they all feel very similar. I mean, you have like 72 more piston cut racers. You have like 20 demolition derby racers. You have like 15 legend racers. And sure, they're all cool, somewhat unique, but they all kind of have that same vibe. Whereas everything from Cars 2 is so unique in its own right. I mean, you got a car with a feather hat. You have a flower hat over here. And, you know, it was canceled. You have Fabrizio. It looks different from anything else you've seen. You have this guy, Hiroki, here, who has these very small reading glasses that honestly are really cool. Look at that. You could even line it up. Oh my gosh. You have these scientist dudes, Lee Race and Nate Stanchion, who have eyeglass, safety glasses on, whatever you want to call it. They're pretty much the same pair. You have Jessica Giampatrol, who has a face shield as well. I have 3 more here. Here's one not from Cars 2. Dr. Abschleppwagen Mater. I always loved his glasses a lot because they were like scratched. Super scratched and very foggy. Thick as well. Couple from the Road Trip series in 2015. I think it was actually 2016. Road Trip Flow here. This is a nice pair. This is definitely the type of pair I would imagine Flo wearing. The white frames, and you also have them kind of like curling up in the corners here. I feel like almost all types of sunglasses are unisex except for like these ones. I don't know. I just don't imagine myself wearing the ones that curve up into a point in the outer corners there. And then you have Sheriff here. These are like so out of style. Like there's a YouTuber I watch that wears these. John Campia, actually. If you guys are watching this far into the video, like we're just like one-on-one talking at this point. He wears these like, I don't know, wherever he like does his out of theater reviews. And I'm just like, bro, you gotta get a new pair of sunglasses. They look just like this. And honestly, like he doesn't give me, like he doesn't look like Sheriff, but Like, he doesn't give me Sheriff vibes in his personality, not at all. But Sheriff is definitely somebody who would also wear, like, out of trend, non-stylish sunglasses. He just got like a pair 30 years ago. Never worried about it again. And there you guys have it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below, what is your favorite of these? How about that? All of these rich cars here, you know? I mean, these are just super exotic models. You have a, I guess this one's like a Miata model, so that would be like a Mazda Miata. I think, yeah, so you have an Alfa Romeo, Jaguar, E-Type, whatever Fabrizio is, another Alfa Romeo over here, and a Maserati. So quite a nice selection of cars there. Let me know who's your favorite. Thanks for tuning in to Canceled Car Tuesday. I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye now.